Divas, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a full coverage makeup look on a budget, and I had so much fun shooting this for you guys. We are going to start by priming our face. I am using the Maybelline primer. Of course, all the details of all the products that I am using will be in the description below. I'm gonna go ahead and just spread that all over my face, and to achieve that full coverage look, it's best to set your primer before you apply your foundation. This is a trick that absolutely works. I don't know why it works, but somehow applying loose powder on top of your primer does increase the coverage of your makeup. We are now going to go in with one of the best drugstore foundations, and the coverage on this foundation is amazing. This is the CATRICE HD full coverage foundation, and of course, if you want a full coverage look, you have to use a brush instead of using a sponge to apply your foundation. And of course, do not drag your foundation as you apply it. It's better to stipple it in to get that coverage that you want. Most of your foundation will be all about blending, nothing crazy. I lost the footage of me applying my concealer, but what I did use is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color 30 and 40. I went ahead and mixed those two to get my perfect highlighting shade. And of course, what I did is I used a brush to spread out my concealer, as you can see, before I went in with a sponge, because doing this will stop the sponge from absorbing too much of the product, and in this way you achieve the full coverage look that we are going for. And of course, as you can see, I'm not going to use the sponge for a very long time. This is just to go over the top of what I have already done, and this absolutely works. The less of the beauty sponge that you use, the better and the more you get from your products. This is the same concealer that I used to highlight, but this is in the color 55. I will be using this to contour my face and just shape it a little bit, and control those chubby cheeks. When you are contouring your nose, I do suggest that you blend in your contour into your eyeshadow. This gives it a more natural look. Not really natural, but a more blended look. We are now going to set our face using this Wet n Wild contour palette. As you can see, we're not baking our face, we are just setting our concealers so that we do not have creasing and our makeup stays locked in place. I love this because the powder has a yellow undertone, and it does add on to the coverage of the concealer. Same thing applies with the contour. The powder does add a little bit of pop to the contour that I have just applied, because the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer is not dark at all. I didn't get a dark shade for exactly this reason. We are now going to set our face with the Rimmel Prep and Prime Setting Spray. This smells divine. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's very hydrating, which is always a must. Any product that is hydrating in my world is a definite must, because that automatically boosts up the health of your skin. I'm now going to apply my Avon lipstick. This is in the color Watermelon, I believe, and this is my favorite orange lipstick. It is cute. I am now going to go over my highlight. I am using the Wet n Wild highlight. I'll be sure to put it in the description below. I'm now going to add a little bit of color to my face using this Wet n Wild blush, which always brings the look together. And that is the end of our makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed my tips and tricks on how to get that full coverage on a budget. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my social media.